Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my 2022-2023 NFL predictions as the season's going to start up here soon, which I'm really excited about. I've been doing this the last few years, and I'm going to continue this. So I'm just going to show my predicted records for each team by division and then do the playoff predictions as well. So let's get right to it. So first here, we're going to do the AFC East, and I have the Bills as the best team in the AFC East. And I also have them as the best team in the AFC in general, with a record of 14-3. I feel like they're a really good team, and they're really hungry, especially after that one game against the Chiefs in the divisional round last year. And then we have the Dolphins at second, with a 10-7 record, which I feel like it's like very hard to decide with them because I feel like Tyreek Hill is a really good player, but I don't know if he's going to make that much of a difference for the Dolphins as a team in general. So I have them second. And then third, I have the New England Patriots. So I feel like with them, they're just a boring team to watch. But it's not just that. It's like the AFC is getting better. And, I mean, we're going to watch Mac Jones step up. I'm sure we will, but I feel like this year is just not going to be their year. And then we have the Jets last in the AFC East. There's not much to say about this. They just don't have a lot of weapons. They don't have a great quarterback. So, yeah, I have the Jets last in the AFC East. All right, and now we got the hardest division out there. We got the AFC West. I actually have the Chargers winning this division. This is by far the best division in the NFL, but I'm actually pretty confident about this first pick, Chargers winning the division with a 13-4 record. You guys can come back to this video and make fun of me all you want, but I'm 100% confident they will make the playoffs. And then we have the Raiders next. I feel like people are underestimating the chemistry between Derek Carr and Devontae Adams. I feel like they're going to be a very good team, and they're actually pretty underrated this year. And guys, by the way, this is a very unbiased prediction thing because I had the Chiefs third in the AFC West, and I'm a Chiefs fan. So, yeah, I feel like the Chiefs are still going to be at the top, though. I think they're going to get that last playoff spot. Patrick Mahomes is still there. Travis Kelce's still there. Tyreek Hill was a big loss, but we have Juju as a replacement. They're still going to be a good team. And then I have the Broncos last. This one's a really risky one because I feel like Russell Wilson and the Broncos could have like a really good chemistry going on. But I feel like as of now, the division's so good that I have to put them at the worst in the AFC West. All right, now we have the AFC North. And first here we have the Baltimore Ravens winning the division. I feel like this is a no-brainer. It's between them and Cincinnati, basically, but Lamar Jackson, he's going to be, assuming he's healthy the whole season, and then they have J.K. Dobbins back. I think they're going to be a good team that people are forgetting about, and then we have the Bengals, who were in the Super Bowl last year. Obviously, they're going to be a great team again this year, just as good as last year. Joe Burrow is only going to get better from here, so I feel like those two are both really good teams in this division. And then you have those two teams at the bottom. I have them at the same record with 4 wins. Firstly, the Steelers, they have a new quarterback, Kenny Pickett. Their quarterback situation is not good. They don't have a lot of weapons. On defense, they do, and wide receiver, I guess they do. Najee Harris is pretty good too, but I feel like maybe I would give them one more win, 5, and I would have them with 5 wins. And then you have the Browns last in the division with the same record, but then I feel like it's just Deshaun Watson's out for a long time, and they only have Amari Cooper, so that's why I have them last in the division. And then the last division we're going to talk about in the AFC is the AFC South. I have the Colts winning this division. This one is a little bit controversial, but I feel like it shouldn't be too much. Like Matt Ryan, he's a great quarterback. It's a great upgrade. I think Michael Pittman Jr. is going to have a really big breakout year. I think they're just going to be a really good team. And then the Titans, I have a little bit less faith in them this year, especially with Ryan Tannehill at quarterback. I know he's been there for a long time, but And then they don't have A.J. Brown anymore. They don't have Julio Jones. They do have Robert Woods, but still, I don't know if Derrick Henry's... I think he's still going to be good, but I just don't think the team's going to be as well good. And then you have the Jaguars. I don't think they'll be much of an upgrade from last year. Trevor Lawrence, he might get a little bit better, but I think I'll give them a few extra wins compared to last year, but I don't, just like the Jets situation, I don't think they'll be that much better. And then last, in probably the AFC, the whole AFC is the Texans. They're just not good, to be honest. They don't have a running back. Their running back situation is not good. They don't have any weapons on offense, no quarterback. Their defense isn't that great. They're just not a good team. And then here is just a quick recap of just in general the AFC. These are the teams that I have making the playoffs. So the Bengals, Raiders, and Chiefs get those last few spots there. I think this is a pretty good... I think the AFC is just going to be really good this year. You can see just with the Chiefs being the last spot there. And the Dolphins barely miss it. I could see them making it. I could see the Broncos making it. I could even see the Patriots making it. It's going to be a very close one this year. So, yeah, that's my predictions for the AFC. All right, now we got the NFC West, and I have the Rams winning this division. This one is pretty obvious. I don't know anybody yet who doesn't have the Rams winning this division. Tell me in the comment section if you think any other team in the NFC West is winning it. But the Rams, I feel like they're going to be just as good as last year, if not even better. They were Super Bowl champions last year. And then you got the 49ers, another really good team. Even with Trey Lance taking place, he might even be just as good as Jimmy Garoppolo, or maybe even better. But we'll have to see. Debo's still staying there. I think they're just going to be a really good team. They have a really good defense. They've always been up there. And then you have the Cardinals, who I feel like there's a chance they could miss the playoffs with how competitive both the AFC and NFC are this year. DeAndre Hopkins is going to be out. Kyler Murray doesn't have as many weapons. Christian Kirk isn't there anymore. There's just a number of reasons, and then you have the Seahawks. I feel like I might have given them too much wins. My win-loss predictions change every single day, but they don't have Russell Wilson anymore. But you have to remember they do have Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, so they'll not make the playoffs though. I'm sure they won't. But I feel like people are still kind of underestimating their record a little bit. I would give them between 3 and 5 wins. All right, next up we got the NFC South, and we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning this division. This is also a really obvious one. The Buccaneers are clearly going to win this division. But yeah, Tom Brady, he's still good every year, no matter how old he is. They're still going to be a really good team. And then you have the Saints. I feel like this is also another dark horse Super Bowl contender, and you guys might ask me why, but you guys have to forget. Some people are forgetting they still have Alvin Kamara. Michael Thomas is probably going to come back this year. Jameis Winston has a lot of weapons this year, but we're going to see how he uses them. And then the Carolina Panthers, I don't think they'll be super bad this year. I feel like their quarterback situation's kind of holding them back. I don't think I think Baker's going to have a pretty good season, though, with them. He has DJ Moore. He has some pretty good weapons. And Christian McCaffrey, hopefully he's going to be healthy. And then I have the Falcons last. I don't think they're going to be a really good team this year. I love their future. I love what they're trying to do. They have some really good potential, nice young core, but I feel like this year is just not the year for them. And then we have the NFC East, which is, in my opinion, like the worst division in the NFL every year. But this year, in terms of depth, they're pretty good. I have the Eagles winning this division. I feel like they're going to step up a lot from last year. Jalen Hurts might win MVP. They have A.J. Brown now, who's going to be a really, really good player for them. And then we have the Dallas Cowboys, who I'm starting to lose faith in. Every year, I always have them pretty high in my win-loss predictions, but I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year. And if they do, it's going to be barely, and they'll lose in the wild card round like usual. I just lost faith in them, and they lost a lot of weapons like Amari Cooper. And then the Washington football team, I feel like the bottom two teams in this division are just really bad. Like the Washington football team, I want to root for them badly. They're a new franchise. Their name is at least Commanders, but I don't know why I call them the Washington football team. But yeah, and then the Giants too. They're just not good. The Giants, I think they might be one of the worst teams in the NFL this year. Daniel Jones, I don't know why they still have him. I don't know what they're doing in New York right now. But yeah, that's that division. The NFC North is also going to be one of those divisions where there's two teams dominating. This is a very surprising one. I have the Vikings winning the division, and this one is like, I don't think anybody else is going to agree with me on this one, but come back to this video. I think they're the best team in this division. Justin Jefferson's going to only get better. I think Kirk Cousins is going to have a really good season. And then the Packers, I know you guys probably thought everyone always has them winning the division. This year is different. I feel like people don't realize how much not having Devontae Adams with Aaron Rodgers is going to hurt him. I think this might be Aaron Rodgers' last year in the NFL. I think he's going to retire after this year. I just don't think that it's a big loss not having Devontae Adams. Like, who's he going to throw to now? Randall Cobb, Alan Lazard, and then the Chicago Bears. It's just I want to root for them again. Justin Fields especially, but they've lost some weapons. They're just not a good team. He doesn't have many players to throw to. They're just not going to be a good team. They might even be worse than last year. And then the Lions, I feel like I could give them a little bit more wins now looking at the win-loss record I gave them, but I think I still think they're going to be the worst team in the division along with the Bears. But yeah, that's my prediction for the NFC North. All right, and then here's just a summary of basically who I have making the playoffs. I have the Packers grabbing that last spot. I know that one's a really bold prediction there, and the Vikings winning it. And then, the Cardinals and 49ers are going to slip in and get those last wild card spots. And I have the Rams being the best team in the NFC. And then you have the Saints. I feel like it's so close. I really want to say that they make the playoffs. It's a very close one there. And then the Cowboys, the Panthers, the Seahawks, the Bears, the Commanders, Falcons, Lions. And then I have the Giants at last in the NFC. And then, now it's playoff time. So here's the first three matchups. And so first here, I just want to quickly go over this. I have the Bengals beating the Colts. That one's a pretty easy one there. The Ravens, they're better than the Raiders, but I feel like people are still sleeping on the Raiders. Chargers and Chiefs, this is a really close one if this was a playoff matchup in real life. But I would still have the Chiefs. They're just a more experienced playoff team, so they're going to pull off a big upset there. And then here are the wild card matchups for the NFC. So I have the 49ers beating the Vikings. That's a pretty easy one. The Vikings, I just had them winning the division. And the Eagles beating the Cardinals, that's another easy one. The Cardinals, I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs now. And then the Bucs beating the Packers, that's a really close one. I feel like Aaron Rodgers could pull off an upset there, but it's Tom Brady. So I have them winning there. And then here are the AFC divisional matchups, which are pretty good games if you look at both of them. But I have the Ravens beating the Bengals, which is, I feel like Lamar Jackson's finally going to prove himself this year. He's going to have a big year. And then Bills, I think they're finally going to get their revenge on the Chiefs after the last 2 years they've lost to them in the playoffs. I know how hungry they are. I think they're going to be a really good team. And I kind of like where this conference championship for the AFC is heading with the Ravens and the Bills. But yeah, this is for the AFC. And then the NFC, they're pretty good matchups as well. But I easily have Tom Brady and the Bucs beating the Eagles. And then the Rams versus 49ers, this is a really good one. This was last year too. But the Rams, they're even better than last year. I have them winning that one. And then this is the AFC Championship here. Bills versus Ravens, another really good one. I have the Bills winning this one and heading to the Super Bowl. I just feel like the Bills are better. They always they're a winning team. Ravens always lose in the playoffs. I just, there's a number of reasons why I have the Bills winning this one. And then Rams versus Buccaneers. This is a very close one. I can't even decide this one, but I have the Rams just because they're just as good as last year, if not better. They have a lot of weapons. Matthew Stafford, it was his first year last year, and he's already won a Super Bowl. So that just shows how dominant of a team they are and their chemistry. And then I have this Super Bowl here, Rams versus Bills. This is a really good one. In the comment section, tell me if you guys think this could be a possible Super Bowl and who would win. But in this case, I have the Rams winning back-to-back Super Bowls, which hasn't happened in a while, actually. But the Rams, they're so good. The Bills have not. Yeah, there's a number of reasons. And then this is my draft order, basically, based on the records, the Giants with the number 1 pick. And then if you guys want to look back at my playoff bracket, the playoff bracket was just for fun. The records is more of like what I'm going to look back at. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. That's going to be my records and my predictions for this year. Tell me in the comment section who you think's winning the Super Bowl this year. That's going to be it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.